This crazy dream. It was really weird. I was on board a pirate ship, and I was fighting with people in space. And the ship that I was on was called the Arcadia.
You mean Captain Herlock's ship?
Yeah.
That's great.
I know. It's been a long time since you and I had a laugh like that, Dad.
That's true.
Listen, I want to apologize. For a long time, I did nothing but rebel against you. I think I learned a lot by meeting Herlock, from seeing him in my dreams. Up till now, I was stuck in my own little world trying to play the tough guy. Dad?
It looks like Herlock has kept his promise to me.
Dad, look! You've...
Oh, there's nothing I can do about it. We're in an interval between time and space. It divides life and death. This moment occurs when the spin has flipped, creating a world within the imaginary axis of the complex plane. The spirits of Nu are longing to take over bodies so they can return to the universe. They're flocking towards the Earth now.
Where's the Arcadia? I have to get back to the ship.
The ship headed to where it needed to go, just like you and I ended up here. Son, your feelings of remorse and my hope for your future resonated and pulled the two of us together.
Please tell me the truth. Are you really my dad?
Who I am is who I was the moment I died.
Foolish you are, not only to fight against us, but to end up here as well.
To be more specific, the moment I moved from life to death, the quantum vibrations that occur in my brain's capillaries took root in this world. In other words, part of my soul will forever dwell within the flip side of the universe.
That's the alternate dimension where Nu is sealed away, right?
That's right. It created all images of evil that's in our spirits, and the force responsible for all that evil is Nu. That spiral there is its true form.
Spiral?
The chaos that reigned during the time of primitive space still exists within that spiral shape. And what that is fear itself. Tadashi, have you ever wondered why the sea of stars in the galaxy is shaped like a spiral?
No.
It's the curse of Nu.
I'm looking for someone. What a surprise. I'll tell you right now that anyone in this world who doesn't have a soul stays put. Do you think that the one you're looking for has a soul?
This man has a soul that is more passionate than anyone's.
The one who owns the ship isn't here.
Where did he go?
I will give you the information that you want. But first you must listen to my story. I was once a pirate who spent his days pillaging space with his comrades. I was in a position to crush this useless world. But there was no higher purpose or greater hope behind any of our actions. And in the end, we were just a bunch of cowards who had banded together. The only time we were happy was when we were inflicting pain on someone else. And now all I do is regret every day of it. My life is over now, and I never did anything with it. I never had a dream or a hope that I shared with a single living creature. You are now the second person who has listened to my story, and I want to thank you. The one who owns the ship was the first. This is where he landed, and after listening to my story, he headed off on his own. I believe you can find him at the shed that lies just up ahead.
That's enough. Be gone.
Herlock!
We are the ones who have control of this world. Do you realize how foolish you are?
Sorry about that. I was one vacuum tube short. Took forever to find another one. Hey, Tojiro. Wow, so far so good. In just a few minutes, the chain reaction will force quantum light to spread all across the Earth.
And that should hold those guys off for a little bit. Of course, I have no idea how many hours this kind of output is gonna last. So you made it, huh? Now don't get stuck here, Herlock.
Oh no! They've gone too far. They're out of range of the tracking system.
Well, what's gonna happen to the Arcadia?
The captain planned this from the very beginning.
Huh?
He knew that if we were to take the serial density cannon at this stage, nothing at all would be gained from it.
You mean the captain did this on purpose?
He intentionally cornered that ship so it would have to fire its serial density cannon and thereby allow him entrance into the alternate dimension.
Dad? Tell me what happened after you got out of Yadar.
The spirits that took over the bodies of Professor Hiltz and the others, surprisingly enough, didn't kill me. Instead, they wanted to make a deal with me. They were willing to give me the stone tablet, but in return I had to decipher the principles that had been used to seal them away. I turned the offer down. I didn't want to do research on anything that would eventually betray the welfare of mankind. I had declined their offer, but I was still unable to get that tablet out of my head. Asking a scientist to just ignore a wealth of knowledge that had been laid before him is like asking him to quit breathing the very air that gives him life. It appeared before me again. It was like it could see my inner desires. This time, I followed the heart of a scientist. I did it to pursue what I believe in as a man and a scientist. But, in reality, it was just temptation, the desire to know the basic principles of the universe.
But if you hadn't done it, you'd never have found out about New.
What am I doing, going on about something like this? I'm sure there must be other things to talk about, but whenever that situation arises, I'm suddenly at a loss for words. I guess I'm just a bad father.
That isn't true at all. You said earlier that it seems Herlock had kept his promise. What was the promise about?
It was regarding you.
Me?
I made him promise me that after I died, he would turn you into a man. That is, if you could become one. And if you couldn't become one, if Herlock didn't think you had what it takes, I asked him to please kill you. But now that we have talked, and I see that you have become much stronger than you were before, I admit that I am relieved. Herlock has my utmost gratitude for that. Tadashi, there's one more thing that I feel I must tell you. This is regarding another promise that I made with Herlock.
You know you're a little reckless sometimes, Herlock. What would you have done if you weren't able to find me here?
If all souls indeed end up in this place, then of course I would find you here.
Now we got us a serial density cannon, Aoyama style.
Is that thing really it?
I was able to use this facility to make the quantum light generator, but I can't make anything really huge here. But there is still a way. I'm gonna have the whole world chip in and lend a hand. Okay, back to the shed. She's probably somewhat relieved. It happened on the same day that I found the shed, after I'd been wandering around this place for so long. Suddenly, the earth entered into our world. I heard the sound of this girl's ocarina, and followed it all the way here. Anyone who's thrown into this realm with a serial density cannon creates instability within the imaginary condition created by the spin, and therefore can return the spin to its original direction. So by blasting this little guy into the ceiling of this world, we'll create a kind of chain reaction. Hey, if I understand things correctly, you guys couldn't figure out a way to return the Earth to its proper place in the universe, right? Well, rest assured, everything's gonna end up where it belongs. You know, I'd really love to break out some booze and talk all night with you, but it doesn't look like we're gonna have time for that.
I know that someday that time will come.
Actually, it's better for such a day to never come. And that's what I'll hope for.
Well, I guess the time has come.
Not yet. There's more that I
want you to know that I'm very proud of who you've become.
Dad, wait!
The time for our revival is finally upon us!
The Earth is back! The captain has done it!
I told you to leave the ship.
So it was you. You killed my father.
I believe this belongs to you.
But why? I already know why. It's because you made that promise to my dad.
It was right around here that I found the professor drifting in space. While aboard my ship, he pleaded with me to kill him if there came a time in which he betrayed mankind. And on the day that the professor contacted me, the time had come, and I needed to fulfill that promise. I made a promise to you as well. I swore that I would let you avenge your father's death.
But then I'd...
Take it! If you are someone who is willing to break an oath, then I will have no choice but to kill you. Go on! If you are a man, then fire!
Have you held by the man? And only when the love you left his shoulder, ran away from other eyes. It's a man's lonely blues, and now you're here to sing for you. It's a nameless lonely blues. It will survive if you leave Yeah, it's all